Just mute everyone. Oh, that was the soda stream, by the way, just for clarification purposes.
She always blames that.
Guys, just give us a minute. We've literally just jumped off one call, so we will start this call in 2 minutes, if that's all right. I've muted everybody, so you should be able to hear me. Can you just give me a thumbs up, a couple of people, if you can hear me all right? Perfect. Okie dokie.
I'm not going to listen to the other room.
I've lost Mike. He's done one call, now he's done. Right.
Oh, I'm going to listen. I'm
No.
going to listen from the settee, not from the uncomfy seat.
That's okay. Okay, let me just check. We've got everyone. Yeah. Okay, cool. Guys, if you're not in the bath or on the toilet, I would really appreciate if you could put your cameras on, because there's nothing worse than, I've got mine on and I look like, well, not great. So it does help me if I can see people when I'm talking to them as well, and I can see whether people are engaged or not, and just polite. So if you're not naked, if you are naked and you're proud, go for it. But if you're not, then yeah, I would appreciate if you could put your cameras on. It does help me massively. We're all friends together. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Thanks very much for dialing in. If you're on this call, the chances are you are either brand new to the business, or you're restarting if you've had a bit of a tough start, or you haven't got moving at the beginning. And we've got Aaron on from America. Hi, Aaron. Or you're either just getting started, or you should be. So this call is open for anybody anywhere in my team who's just getting started. We've signed up over 300 new team members this month just in this team. So we're just doing incredibly. The business is growing. If in Elite Academy, which is the team group, you'll see a slide that I put on today about the European growth from the conference that's been in Germany this weekend. Go and have a look at that and you'll see some of the numbers. So my intention is for the call to be about half an hour, maybe slightly longer, depends how it's going. I want to give you some ideas of how to get started, some stuff to do. I did send out a list of things to do before the call to the smaller group that I had, and I'm going to give you that list now because you guys probably haven't seen it. And it's just some kind of actions that I would do that are kind of to get you started, and everything you need is in the groups. So number one, I'll tell you what, actually, let me just introduce myself first. I'm very rude, some of you don't have a clue who I am. Okay, so my name's Emma Sneddon. I joined the business 3 years ago. I'm a presidential marketing director. In the UK, that's the highest position. The highest position in America is national marketing director. So I stumbled across Juice Plus about 3.5 years ago through John Holowati, who is my upline in the business, brought me into the business. He's earned over £1 million in commissions since he started. He just, at the time, was just a normal guy. He's still a normal guy, personal trainer, trading time for money, didn't own his own life at all. And I was a really busy working mum. I had a corporate job. I've got 3 kids. I was working 12, 14 hours a day, very much on the treadmill of life. And I stumbled into the product and I absolutely loved it straight away. It gave me so much energy. I was knackered all the time before, and I suddenly, within about 2 or 3 weeks, I just felt so much better. I started to have more energy. I slept better. I looked better. And I was naturally sharing the product with everybody that I came in contact with. People would say to me, like, you're so full of energy. And I was like, I take this product. It's absolutely amazing. Like, what is it? I'm like, it's Juice Plus. My friend can get it for you. And just really honestly sharing it with people. And John said to me, there's a business attached to this product as well. And I was like, I'm not interested in that. I haven't got time for that. It's not for me. And he just said, look, Emma, it's £50 to join. And you get your own franchise for that. And it's a business designed for busy people. And you're the busiest person that I know. So that really appealed to me. And I thought, a business that's designed for busy people, and I'm the busiest person that you know, and I get that. So I jumped in with both feet. I figure for that, it's such a low investment that you really don't have anything to lose and everything to gain. And I was very teachable. I did everything that I was, that I needed to do to get moving. If John said read a book, I read a book. If John said put an event on, I put an event on. Very teachable, really keen to learn. Did everything that I needed to do. Did in-home events, spoke to everybody, and worked really hard for the first. Well, I still do work really hard, but I worked, put everything I had into it, heart and soul, for the first 7 to 12 months. I was able to leave my full-time job 7 months after I started, and that was a career that I'd spent nearly 15 years building. You know, I had a good 6-figure income through that, but I was earning more doing Juice Plus part-time than I was doing my full-time career. And it just didn't make sense to kind of keep that career that I'd fallen out of love with going anymore. I was able to retire my husband from his full-time career too. So we were able to replace and more both of our incomes through this business opportunity. And really, it's just got better and better since then. And it can be anything that you guys want it to be. For me, when I started, I thought I could earn £200 a month part-time. It'll pay for Christmas. That was my initial kind of goal. So one of the things I want to cover is having a clear goal, having a reason. Like, you've all just signed up in the last few weeks. Like, write it down. Like, why did you join? What was your rationale for joining? What was it you wanted to achieve? And be really clear in your head, because sometimes we're so busy we can lose sight of that. We're very clear when we start what that is, but as time goes on and life takes over, you forget why you invested in it. You think, oh, I can't be bothered today, I'm too busy. But if you're very clear about your why and why you joined and what you wanted to get out of it, then you will always be doing all the things that you need to do to get started. So it's been a whirlwind for us. The short version of the story is everything in our lives is better now. We drive better cars, we live in a better house, our relationship is much better, our relationship with our children is a lot better. We probably work 3 or 4 hours a day on our own terms when we want to. We go to the gym every day, we drop our kids off ourselves, we pick our kids up from school ourselves. We're the only parents pretty much that do that. You know, everything. We're surrounded by positive, exciting, fun, motivated people going on a positive journey, doing stuff. You know, we earn money from making people healthy and wealthy. So I can't find a better way to make a living. It's changed everything for us. And now we spend all our time helping you guys and helping other people to have the same. Everyone's got the same opportunity. There's nothing special about anybody who's successful. It's just about making a special effort and realizing what you're part of. So things in terms of like my advice for how to get started. What I would say is, you know, it's okay to get it wrong at the beginning. I did loads of stuff wrong right at the beginning. You know, I used to, what I say, Juice Plus all over people. I used to, you know, send them War and Peace. They'd ask me for some information. I'd send like the world's longest email. I bet you nobody ever even read it. So, you know, a lot of us, it's okay to get it wrong. And you do earn while you learn, which is one of the amazing things about it. You know, if you look at how much work and time it takes to be a doctor or an airline pilot or CEO of a company or any of these big high paid jobs, it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of investment, takes a lot of probably getting yourself into debt. You can do that through this company, but you get paid while you're learning and it doesn't take up a lot of time. The most important thing I would say for you guys who are just starting is to read the starter guide in Elite Academy. So if you go into Elite Academy, which is my team page on Facebook, there's a section on there called files. And there's like 7 or 8 things in there. Try to keep it brief so that you know exactly what you need to look at. Click on files and there's one called Starter Guide. Pretty much everything you need to know: how to place an order, how to change the country, how much things cost, top tips, things to do. Also, all the questions that you might have will be in that starter guide. Print it off and just, you know, staple it and have it handy. Read through it, highlight different things to be relevant at different times, but arm yourself. You don't need to know everything. That's one of the beauties of the business, and the reason why anybody can do it is because as long as you're over 18, that's the only qualification that you need. You don't need any special background, any special training. You don't need to know everything about the product. You just need to take the product and love it. That's it. You don't need to understand anything. All the information that you need is available online or through your upline. So read the starter guide, get familiar with that. Read the do's and don'ts in files as well. So there's some social media guidelines on there. So things like, don't have Juice Plus in your name. You're not a shop, okay? You're a person. This is about you taking the product and sharing your product story with people. Don't turn yourself and your Facebook into a shop, because that's the quickest way to annoy all your friends. The friends you've already got will run a mile when you suddenly start posting Juice Plus everywhere. Just be you, but be a happier version of you. So read the do's and don'ts. Get familiar with your website. You should have all received your website from the company or a link to your website. Get familiar with that. Have a look around it. You know, what the bits that interest me might be different to the bits that interest you. So you go and have a look at your website. That's available for you to send to people who want to order the product, or you can order it yourself for them. There is actually a way of changing your website name to something more memorable, and I would recommend that you do this, because when you get sent it, it's just like a load of numbers, not really very. So on your homepage on your virtual office, on the very left hand side, it'll say, I think it's home or my profile. It's my profile. Click on that, and then this actually is in the starter guide. You click on that and click on websites, and then there is a list of different things that you can have. So mine, for example, is emmasneddon.juiceplus.com. So much more personal and much more about me, but that's something I would recommend that you do. Takes a couple of seconds. Look through your online office. So your virtual office is exactly that. It's a virtual office. It's where you, as your team gets bigger, you'll be tracking your customers, you can track your team members, you can track your sales, you can track how close you are to promotion. And there's loads of material in there, there's promotional material in there, there's presentations in there, loads of stuff in there. So take the time to have a nosy through that and find out where everything is. If you haven't already, I have got a YouTube channel which has all the training videos that I've probably done over the last 12 months on there. We do a Zoom call every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. UK time, that has guest speakers on. I cover how to do the business. I'll cover, we'll have different people at different levels in the business that'll come on and talk on there. So go and find that. You just put Emma Sneddon Juice Plus, it'll come up. It's a YouTube channel. Just subscribe to it, which is free, obviously. Every time I add a video to it, it'll come up on your newsfeed. But go take some time to go through some of those videos. So, you know, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. Everything is out there, but the videos are on there, and I'd really encourage you to watch them. On there also, which some of you will have already seen or may have been sent, is my video of how to do what the business is. So it's about 25 minutes long. It's me and that flip chart, just talking through what the business opportunity is, how it works, how you get paid, and why it's not a pyramid scam, all of that sort of stuff. It's a great tool for you to familiarise yourself with how the business works, but also for you to send to people when they ask you. Don't just spam it on people, don't just send it to people, but when someone asks you for information, that is something that you can send them. And I'm going to cover kind of how you can get around some of those queries a little bit later on, but download that and watch it. The next thing you need to be doing, if you haven't already, is making a list. Everybody knows they need to do it, and so many people don't do it, but your list of people is like your Bible as you go through the business. So what I'd encourage you to do, get something like this, like a book, a journal, whatever, and just go on your Facebook and get it out of your Facebook, out of your phone, out of your social media, out of your email. You'll go through your phone and there'll be people in there, you don't even remember who they are. You know, we've all got people on our phone, you think, who's that? Like, don't even remember who they are, but write them all down so that you've got like 100 or 200 or maybe more names, and it'll start to trigger. What it does is it starts your brain thinking about people that you know. This business is about networking. It's not just about marketing, it's about networking. You need to build your network of people so that you're meeting new people all the time. Make a friend, meet their friends. Make a friend, meet their friends. Have a friend already, meet their friends. The vast majority of the business that I have now is not people that I introduced straight away. It's people that they knew. And that's how it builds over time, which is covered on my video, by the way. So make a list of everyone that you know, get it down on paper, and next to it, when you've done that, just write P or B, so product or business, next to that, each person. And try not to prejudge people. So try not to think, oh, like Billy's definitely not going to be interested, you know, a guy from work, because you never know. You know, John, who's my upline, didn't tell me about the business opportunity for about 6 months because he assumed, because I drove a nice car and had a good job, that I didn't need the business, but I really did need it. You know, I needed the time with my children and all that stuff. So you never really know. None of us know what goes on in people's lives. So just write the list. You'll end up with you'll end up with like a chicken list of people that you really don't want to speak to and you're too scared, but don't worry, we'll come to that later on. And you know, but for now, just write a list and it will trigger people that you know. And writing down your friend Aaron from primary school will trigger somebody who's he's friends with that you'd forgotten all about. So do your list. And then the next one is in Elite Academy. We did an event last week called the Six Figure Summit, which was in Liverpool. Some of you will have seen some of the videos already, hopefully. All of the videos, the training videos, it was very action orientated. It was very much like how to build a team, how to get a customer base. It was like all about how to build relationships with people. It was an amazingly incredible day. The videos of the speakers from that event are in Elite Academy. Go and find them and watch them over the next week. Most of them are no more than 20 minutes, half an hour long, but very, very useful, very good. Grab a pen and a bit. If you want to know how to build a business, all the stuff that you need is in those groups, but they're very current. I would particularly go and watch one that Amy McDermott did about daily method of operation. She signed up, I think, 60 people over the last 3 months, which is huge. So go and watch that, find out how she's doing it. And another one by Christine Lever, which was how to build a brand. That can be really important too. I'm just going to check because I seem to be okay. Number 9, get your Facebook cleared up. So if you have been a neggy person or a negative person or a moaner up to this point, that's absolutely fine, but it stops now. Okay, no one's gonna, people buy this product or join the business because of you, because of the kind of person that you are. You need to be somebody that people want to be around. You know, you need to be, your Facebook profile picture needs to be you, not your cat, not your dog, not your kids, not you, definitely not pictures of the product. You, happy smiley picture of you. But you know, so people, when you're adding people, the first thing we do when someone adds us as a friend is click on their profile, and within about 3 swipes of our phone, we decide whether we like that person or not. Right? Might be really shallow, but we all do it, myself included, right? So your Facebook within 3 swipe needs to say, I'm amazing. This business I'm involved in is amazing. The product is amazing. You want to be friends with me. I'm really happy. I'm really positive. Loads of emojis, loads of colour, just really, really fun, exciting stuff. Not a shop. You're not, you know, not pictures of Juice Plus everywhere, just stuff that makes people want to be around you. So clean up your Facebook. You can do that really easily, really quickly. Like I said, people only scroll like three times probably before they'll make a decision like that. They're not going to go back more than a couple of days, really. If you're posting regularly on your Facebook, which you should be now, it will take you less than 2 days to make your Facebook really fun. So make a conscious effort. And one of the things I could recommend that you do is ask one of your friends, or me if you want, or somebody, ask somebody who to have a look at your Facebook and say, what does it look like? If you didn't know me, what do you think my Facebook looks like? And they'll be really honest, ask for an honest criticism of it, and they'll be really honest with you. If you're putting too much Juice Plus stuff on there, they'll tell you. If you haven't, I look at my team's Facebook, right, quite often. I'll just pick 5 or 6 people every day and go and have a look at them. And then I know I can see people like, oh, I'm struggling. I'm like, well, you haven't posted anything for like 3 days. You need to be in people's newsfeed all the time. I always say to people, you need to post 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the course of the afternoon, and 3 times in the evening. That's just, you know, just anything. But the minimum you need to be doing is 3 posts a day. If you can't do 9, do 3. 1 in the morning, first thing before you go to the toilet, or while you're on the toilet, I don't care. But first thing in the morning, you need to, that's what people do now. We wake up and we check our phone before we do anything else. So when people do that, you need to be in their phone. They need to know that Emma's always on there, Aaron's always on there, Kelly's always on there. Like, she's always, we're not conscious of it, but they will be. And when they're ready to make a decision about what they want to do, whether it's about the health or their financial situation, it will be you that they'll think of, because you're always there. That's a real commitment that you need to make to yourself. And it did change everything about my business, was just being committed to doing that every single day. And this is really key as well. Your profile on your Facebook needs to be open, needs to be public. Having a closed or private profile means you're only talking to the same people all the time. So some people I know can be a little bit like, oh, I don't want everyone to see my stuff. That's fine, but you can't build a networking business if you're not going to network with more people. You've got to build your business. And it really annoys me when I click on, someone asks me to be their friend, and then I click on their profile and I can't find out anything about them. Why would I be friends with them? I can't see anything about who they are or what they're doing. So your profile needs to be open, and your followers needs to be enabled as well, which means that people can just follow you rather than if they don't want a friend request you. All of this stuff hangs together. If you don't want to share pictures of your kids, this is a question I get asked a lot. What about pictures of my kids? My personal view on this is my kids are part of my business. They're part of who I am. They're part of, and people relate to you because of the person that you are and the lifestyle that you've got. So my children appear on my Facebook all the time. I don't take pictures of them in the bath or you know, all the stuff like that. But you know, people can see my kids in Tesco or in the supermarket or anywhere. So I don't really personally see what the difference is. But for me, it helps people to relate to who I am. If you're not comfortable doing that, that's entirely your choice. You can select private when you upload a photograph. So if you want to share a photograph just with your family or just with your friends, you can do that. When you upload a photograph, just click on, at the minute mine just automatically defaults to public, which is what you need, but you just click on it and select friends only. So if you particularly don't want people that you don't know to see a set of photographs, just set up an album that only your friends can see or only your family can see, and then you can kind of get around it that way. But it is really important. There's no point in doing all the other stuff if you've only got like 300 friends that you talk to all the time. So set your profile to public, and your profile picture needs to be you, we've already covered. Right, so that were the things that I really encourage that you do over the next course of the week. So in terms of after that, once you've done all those things, I wanted to just cover like how you build through your warm and cold market. So this kind of works for the product and the business. And by warm market, I mean warm market is the people that you know, like your friends, your family, people that you're already friends with, friends of friends, that kind of thing. And your cold market is, you know, the people you don't know at all. So I haven't got any relationship with them. But as I said, you've got to remember always, this is network marketing. It's relationship building. It's actually a relationship business. It's referral marketing. So what we do is recommend products to people, recommend the business to people. And the very simple way of keeping your head about it is don't overcomplicate it. It isn't a complicated business. It's really, really simple. Sometimes people get bogged down in the detail. Please try not to. If you start to do that, just speak to your upline, speak to the person who brought you into the business if you're confused about anything. But really, in your head, just keep it really simple. Take the product, love the product, share it with other people. Join the business, love the business, share it with other people. If you do that consistently over time, everything we do has to be consistent. There is no point in, you know, coming off this call and then going around smashing it on Monday, smashing it on Tuesday, and then Wednesday you can't be bothered, so don't do anything. You have to be consistent. If you can only do an hour a day, do an hour every day. If you can only commit to 10 minutes a day, you can still build a successful business in 10 minutes a day if you have 10 productive minutes. I would suggest you probably need a little bit longer than that, but you can do it in your own time. This is your business. No one's going to come knocking on your door. Have you done this? Have you done? You have to, you know, seize the opportunity and do all the things. It's not like a job. And it can be quite hard at the beginning because no one's like forcing you to get out of bed and no one's forcing you to do it. You have to kind of do all the things that are recommended. But for me, I was constantly, you know, messaging John, right, I've read that book. What do I do now? Oh, I've done that event. What do I do now? How do I get to the next position? You know, really. And because I was kind of chasing him, he was responding to that. And I would always say, you move and your upline moves. You know, this isn't about, they brought you into the business, they've introduced you to the business. This then now is your opportunity to grab hold of it. But you have got to do the things that are required to get the business that you want. If that's £200 a month part-time, we can teach you how to do that. If it's £500 a month part-time, we can teach you how to do that. If it's £1,000, we can teach you that. If it's 10,000 or more, which it can be, then I can teach you how to do that too. But they all require a different level of input from you, if that makes sense. So the people who want to earn £10,000 a month part-time are going to need to do a bit more work than the people who want to earn 200. But that has to be your decision. I can't decide for you what level you want to play at. So decide for yourself, and you can change it. You know, I was started off with 200 quid a month. That's what I thought I was trying to do. When I hit that quite quickly, I was like, well, if I can earn 200, I can earn 500. And then when I hit 500, I was like, if I can earn 500, I can earn 1,000. So you can move your goalposts, but they're your own goalposts. And when you move, your upline moves. It's not we drag you with us. We walk backwards and you come with us. So you have to dictate what level you want to be involved at. So in terms of your warm and cold market, what I would say is, for your warm market, just be yourself. Do what I said about your friendship, your Facebook, and whatever social media you use. There's loads of platforms. Facebook's my choice, but you know, there's Twitter, Instagram. Instagram's brilliant actually. Just be yourself on there, but post regularly and be in people's news feeds. Start conversations. So I set myself a goal when I first joined 3 years ago of contacting 3 new people every day. Now I would make it much more than that, because 3 wasn't very many, but I still built my business up to be earning over £10,000 a month part-time within 7 months by contacting 3 new people every day. And I used to get out of bed, you know, I'd do a full day at work, I'd do a 14-hour, you know, day at work, and then I'd work on my business, my Juice Plus business, from 8 o'clock at night till midnight. And then I'd get up at 6, go to the gym, do another 12, 14-hour day, sort the kids out, and then work on my business, you know, for 4 hours every night. That was my choice. But I did that and my working time, that was what I was doing, contacting new people. You know, go through your Facebook and go through, like tonight or tomorrow, it's a bit late now, but tomorrow, go through the A's. And all the A's, have a look at who they're friends with. So if you've got a friend, Adam, right, that you used to go to primary school with, who's Adam friends with? Adam will have friends that you've forgotten about, that you used to be friends with, or add friends of friends, because it's a great way of expanding your network without kind of people questioning why you're doing it. You'll come across people you've forgotten even existed. Your objective through all of these is just to widen the network of people that you're talking about. So when you're posting morning, noon and night, new people are seeing what you're posting all the time. New people will start to interact with you. So go through your A's and add friends of friends. Go through your B's, add friends of friends. Go through your C's and so on until you've got your Facebook list from 500 or whatever it is now to 1,000, and then go back and do the same, and you'll start seeing new people on your Facebook, and new people will start to see you and just interact with them. Like Facebook, if you don't know, controls what you see. So we've all got friends on Facebook that we never see anything that they post, you know what I mean? You kind of think, well, whatever happened to Billy? Like he's never there. But because you don't interact with Billy, Facebook controls what you see and what Billy sees. So if you want to start appearing on Billy's newsfeed, you have to go onto Billy's feed and start liking and commenting on the odd thing. And Facebook will go, oh, these two have a relationship, and then you'll start to see what Billy posts, and Billy will start to see what you post. It's really, really sly, but when you know it, it's quite easy to get around it. You just go, and honestly, I thought people had like deleted me or had like disappeared, and it wasn't that. It was just because we didn't interact with each other. Facebook said, well, I'm not going to show that person what you're posting because you don't have any interaction with them. That's a really quick, easy way. If you've only got 5 or 10 minutes, jump on your A's and like and share, like and comment on a couple of things that people post. Jump on your B's and do the same, and just have those little things that you do every day that widen the network of people that you're interacting with. Another thing you can do is to widen your network is join some groups. So Facebook is incredible it has groups for, I don't know, knitting, parents groups, drumming, basketballing, gardening, whatever it is that you're into, where you shop. Even like, look at like all the big shops have got their own Facebook pages. So if you shop at Zara or Next or Macy's or whatever, go on their Facebook page and add a few people that like that page too, because you've already got that in common, if that makes sense. So people don't question. You're looking in this business ultimately, right, for people like you, people who want something, people who are looking to make a change in their life, be that around their health or be that around their financial situation. For most people, it's both. Most people want better health, want better fitness levels, and want more time and or money at the same time. So you're looking for people who are like you. So if you join a drumming group on Facebook, there's a whole 20,000 people in a drumming group that are just like you, that you've never met, you've got no connection with other than a mutual interest in drumming or whatever it is. Join those groups and start creating relationships. I'm not saying, message everybody, hi, do you want to buy Juice Plus from me? Because that won't work. They'll just say no. You have to start just creating some relationships. And then because you're posting on your Facebook about everything and you're talking about stuff, and you can do some Juice Plus posts on your Facebook, that's absolutely fine. Just don't do it constantly. But they will start to see the stuff that you post, and all of this stuff hangs together. So you're a positive person, you've got a great business opportunity, and then you can be more, more obvious. If they're talking about, you'll start to see it now, right? People on Facebook constantly talk about being ill, constantly talk about not having any money, constantly talking about living for the weekend. You can offer people something that will help them. A great line they can use online and offline is, I might have something that can help you with that. So when you're talking to people, start to listen to what they say, whether it's on social media or in the real world. When people say, I'm constantly full of cold, or we really want to go on holiday but we can't afford it, or the fridge is blown up and we can't afford a new one, or I'm sick of having to use an antihistamine every summer, I don't know, whatever. I might have something that can help you with that. It's such a good way, because if someone said it to me about anything, what do you say? What is it? But if you say, oh, you should take Juice Plus, it's amazing, I take it and you'll change your life, they'll literally generally probably won't be interested. But if you just say, I might have something that could help you with that, then that's, at least then they're asking you, if they want to, for more information. So that's a really good line that you can use with people to help them. Always remember, really, if you're not really selling a product, you're trying to help people with their financial situation, trying to help people with their health. And if you kind of approach it in that way, it can be a lot less daunting when people say no. And it can also be, don't take it personally. If someone says no, it's absolutely fine. I go out looking for no's. There's a great book you can read actually called Go for No. I'll put it in the group, but Go for No is a great one. People are scared if people say no. The more no's you get is great, because it means you're talking to loads of people. You'll probably find at the beginning, for every 10 people you talk to, 9 of them are going to say no, or 9 of them will be, I'm not interested. But you have to talk to 10 and get the 9 no's to get the 1 yes. You have to just go through the numbers. So don't worry about that. But the more people you've got on your network, think about when you watch an advert or you watch telly, people generally, it takes about 7 exposures to something for someone to even realize that it's in their, you know, what the product is or anything. So just be consistent. You keep taking the product, you keep talking about what you're doing, and people will start to ask you. And I would actually, what I do now is message 10 people a day. That's 3,650 people a year if you do it every day. If 10% of those people are interested, that's 365 people. If 10% of those people join your business, you've got 36 team members. But if you don't do the numbers at the beginning, you're not going to get that. And what you're aiming for is a new team member a week, really, or a customer every day. That's what your aim should be. More than that if you want. I used to try and aim for 5 team members a month. That was my target. Did I always hit it? No. Did I always aim for it? Yeah. I get out of bed every day looking for a new team member. Get out of bed every day looking for new customers. Doesn't always happen, but the more you are out there, and that's more your frame of mind, then the quicker it'll happen for you. And the other thing is, outside of social media, don't forget, I built my business, a lot of it on Facebook, but you're out and about all the time. You're at work, you're shopping, you're, I don't know, using other people's services all the time. If someone in a restaurant gives you really good service, make sure you compliment them. And a great way of talking to somebody, if you meet somebody and you think, God, they'd be so good at this business, just tell them, your service levels are incredible. You'd be really, really good at what I do. Or I'm looking for people just like you. If someone said that to me, I'd at least go, why, what do you do? Now, if you'd be really good at what I do, why, what do you do? They're going to ask you. And if you all you say is, I know you're busy right now. I haven't got time to talk about it. Just, here's my Facebook. Find yourself and add yourself to my Facebook. You don't need to leave business cards. Because what happens if someone gives you a business card? You shove it in your handbag, you shove it in your wallet, and you never look at it again, generally. And then you've lost control of that conversation. So all I do is I open up my Facebook and I give them my phone and I say, find yourself on there and add yourself to my Facebook. That works so well because of all this other stuff that you're doing. They'll at least go and have a look and they'll see all the stuff that you're posting and they'll see that you're fun and they'll see that you're a real person. And then you can say, hi, Billy. We met the other day in Nando's. I said I'd send you some information. Here's a short video you can watch, which I'll cover in a minute. So that's a really good tool when you're out and about. Worked for me perfectly. I was in the gym the other day. The girl behind the counter saw that I had a little Juice Plus hoodie thing on, asked me about it, and I said, I'll tell you what, bring my coffee over. I'll add you to my Facebook, and I'll send you some information when we're not, when you're not working. And she's now become a customer. That's how simple it is, or can be, but you can do it on and offline. So that's kind of some tips about building your network. In terms of your marketing of the product, if you like, your social media, remember you're marketing you, and I've covered a little bit of this already. So make sure, if you're not sure about whether what you're posting on any social media puts you in a good light, don't post it. I always write stuff and go, what does that say about me? Like, if someone who's reading that or scrolling past, what does it say about me? Another tip is always use like emojis and pictures. Because when we scroll through Facebook or Twitter or whatever it is, what makes you stop and read somebody's post? What is it? It's colourful, it's bright, it'll have a picture, something like that. You need to stand out from the other billion people that are on Facebook. So always use emojis. Are brilliant for making your normal post about your dinner look more exciting. So like today we went to Jump Nation, which is like a trampoline park thing with the kids, and posted about that, and all I put on there, and go and have a look at my Facebook if you haven't already. It's just Emma Sneddon. Go and have a look at it and have a look at what I post and try and copy that if you like, or find people that you identify with and look at what they do. But I posted on there and all I said was pictures of the kids on the trampolines, and I just put something like, oh, it's wicked here, I can't wait to come back tomorrow when the kids are at school. Now what that does is very subtly says to people that I'm not at work tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? So it's not saying like, yeah, boo hiss because you have to go to work. If I saw that and I was in my office, I'd be thinking, what does she do that she could just go trampolining in the afternoon? So it's just about creating intrigue with people, and you can do that very simply just through sharing your normal stuff, but make it colourful and make it fun. The other part is your product journey. So your story about the product is always the most powerful story that you have. So even if you're only just starting, you can go on a journey of health and people will go on that journey with you. So if you're looking to lose weight, be truthful about it. Talk about what you're doing. Talk about why you're doing it. I'm 40 this year, so I've got like a hashtag called Fit for 40. So I'll tag myself in the gym, and I'll always put like Fit for 40, and then I know that all the other people who are 40 this year will either be watching and maybe not doing anything, but aware that I'm practicing what I preach. I'm trying to be healthier. I'm trying to live a life that other people can. You've got to be somebody that people identify with, but go on the product journey and share it with people. There's loads and loads of more stuff. I don't want to overwhelm you too much. The top and bottom of all of that is clear up your social media, be somebody that people want to be around, and make sure you're posting regularly every single day. Happy stuff, nice stuff. Don't be a neg ferret, don't be a mood hoover, don't moan about stuff. You've got to be the person that's the light in people's lives, not the person who moans about everything and complains about everything. Okay, people don't want to see it. I want to be around you, and you want to be around people who are fun. So that's one of the things. That was some of the things. The other, there are loads more, but I'm conscious of time, so I'm going to give you. What I'm going to do is, there's lots of things I want you that you can read, and I've already mentioned or watch. I still am a great believer, if you like, in using YouTube. YouTube's like a free university. Really, everything you probably ever need to learn about the industry is on YouTube, and you don't even have to watch it. I listen to it in the car. So interviews with people who are successful. So go and look at Jeff Roberti, right? Roberti. He is the highest earner in the company. He's based in Florida. He's earned over $1 million in commissions. He's been with the company for 29, 30 years. And he's done interviews with some of with Eric Worre, who is got a great website called networkmarketingpro.com. Subscribe to that. You get an email every day that just something inspirational. Start your day for the next 90 days, right? Start your day with something inspirational, something that puts you in the right frame of mind first thing in the morning. And if you start your day with something inspirational, Les Brown is another guy, absolutely amazing. Listen to it while you're making the kids breakfast. Somebody whatever, it could be Tony Robbins, I don't know, somebody that you find inspiring, that puts you in the right frame of mind for the rest of the day. Michael's screen sharing. Michael, can you unscreen share, please? Thank you. So listen to something inspiring. I'll put a list in Elite Academy of people and books and stuff that you could read. But if you go on my YouTube channel, there's a lot on there that you can be getting on with in the meantime. So just put Emma Sneddon Juice Plus, follow my channel, subscribe to it. Every time I upload a new video, it will go on there, and you should get an email to say that I've done something. Every Tuesday night, I do a training call for the team at 9 o'clock. Some of you are in different legs in my team and got different uplines. You will probably have training calls of your own as well. So just get on what I would get on everything that I can. Learn as much as you can. Be a sponge of information, because the more information that you've got, we don't always take everything in. But I tell you what, I think you remember how you feel when you come off a call. It's not always about what people say. It's not always about how much you learn. It's about how you feel when you come off the call. I usually can't sleep after doing these calls because I'm so pumped up and excited, and I want to join all over again. So just make sure you just surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with people. It is something actually I want to touch on. You will get some negativity from people. You might have had it already. Don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. They just haven't seen what you see yet, and you have to almost be like Teflon, because the way that I have always looked at it is, unless that person who's giving me advice or criticizing what I'm doing is living a life that I want to live, then I'm not really going to take their advice. And it doesn't matter whether that's my parents, my partner, the people closest to me, or whatever, right? I saw the opportunity. You guys have seen it too, or you wouldn't have joined in the first place. This is your opportunity to do something with your life. It's your opportunity to make a change for you, for your family, for your friends. The opportunity is absolutely the same for everybody. Some people don't understand it. I think that's the single most difficult part of what we do, is people don't understand what we do. We don't understand what it is. So people have a tendency, probably us too, if we're honest, if we don't understand something, we criticize it and we assume that there's something wrong with it, right? This is a totally legitimate business. It's a totally legitimate industry. And the more that you do the stuff and read the things that I've recommended, the more that you'll surround yourself with the knowledge that you are part of something amazing. You're starting a journey now of something that could be utterly incredible for you and for your family if you allow it to be. So I'd really encourage you to just don't allow the negative people that we have around us, and you'll realise there are a lot more of them than you thought all of a sudden, but don't allow them to steal your dreams from you. Like, understand why you got involved, like I said at the beginning, and just say to them, thank you very much for your opinion, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. And that's, even my parents were really, skeptical, and my husband was really skeptical. And I just said, but what if I'm right though? And they're like, oh, it's this. What if it's not? What if this is my chance? What if this is the thing that's going to change our lives? What if I'm right and you're wrong? And I was right and they were wrong. And you have got to try and be as strong as you can. If you need some help, speak to your upline, go in the groups, watch a video, I don't know, but just don't allow someone to come and steal your dream from you, please, because it does happen. It happens every single day. You'll come off this call and you'll be excited and you'll go to work tomorrow and someone will go, oh, you're not going to do that Juice Plus thing, are you? And you have to go, do you know what? Yeah, I am. I think it might just be amazing. I think it might just be amazing, and just move on. And sometimes you just have to allow yourself to not be around those people as much. But that's just a heads up, really. And honestly, the more consistent you are, the more those people kind of go away. Because if you're consistent over time, start to have a little bit of success, start to be, they'll pipe down eventually. But if you give up after a couple of weeks, they'll just go, I told you it was a load of, you were never going to do anything. And that always used to drive me. I was like, I'm never going to let those people be right. Like, I have to be successful and I have to make it work and I have to be consistent and I have to keep going, because I can't go back to those people and go, yeah, you were right, it was a load of, I couldn't do it. This is your chance. So if you want to do it, then do it. This is a great one I'm going to leave you with. I want you to download, if you haven't already. It's called Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. You can download it from iTunes. It's about £1.25. It's the best £1.25 you'll ever spend. Listen to it in your car, listen to it on your headphones when you're on the bus. It is, if you don't do anything else other than download my YouTube channel and download that and listen to it. I still listen to it probably once a week. I used to listen, my kids know it almost off by heart and they're only 8 and 6. But it's such a good way of learning how to do the business. Excuse me. The last thing I want to leave you with is, I get asked a lot, I will have a quick look at the questions in a second as well, in case there's anything I haven't covered. I get asked a lot by people, like, what do you say when someone asks for more information? Like, someone's asked me for information about business, what do I say? Someone's asked. So I'll tell you what I do. First of all, I'd say, try not to use like copy and paste stuff. People can spot it a mile off. We all know when someone's not really engaged with us. And we're just a number to them. So if you can make somebody feel special and feel like you care about them, so use someone's name, like, hi Claire, thanks very much for the inbox. It takes a little, like an extra 10 seconds, but it's much more personal to that person. So if someone inboxes me or messages me and says, a new person or whatever messages me, hi Emma, I've seen your post about recruiting or whatever. Can you send me some information, or can you tell me more about it? All I reply is, hi Claire, thanks very much for the message. If I send you a short video, would you watch it and tell me what you think? And then I'll tag on the video, which I'll put in the link academy. It's a Gen Y video. It's a very short 3-minute video about, it's all of us in Nice in the south of France. It's a bit about the business and a bit about the lifestyle. It's very short, but gives people a kind of a top line feel for what it's about. And then you can just say, it's a very simple business. You do it on your own terms from your mobile phone. So you're not going into loads and loads of detail about it, because actually people just want really quick, what is it? That's all they're asking you, what is it? And some of you probably will have had that message from me if you're in my team, or you'll have had a similar message from somebody else. It's just enough to let people find out a bit more. So I'll repeat that message just so you can, but word it your own way. Hi Claire, thanks for the message. If I send you a short 3-minute video, will you watch it and let me know what you think? It's a simple, fun, and you do it from your mobile phone in your own time. And then send them the copy of the Gen Y video, which I'll put in in Elite Academy, a link to that. And then let them watch it. And if they don't come back to you, I would always follow up. The fortunes in the follow-up it's not a network marketing line, it's a general line. The fortunes in the follow-up. People, you've got to remember, people have lives, busy lives. They may be totally intending to get back to you, but something's happened and they just get busy and they forget, and then you go down the list of inboxes and they forget all about it. So just give it 24 hours and then just say, hi Claire, did you get a chance to watch the video? I'd love to know what you think. Sometimes Claire will go, oh, haven't watched it yet, I'll watch it now. Because you've said it's a short video, everyone's got 3 minutes. And then if they want more information after that, then what I send, and you can send whatever you like, but what I send that works best for us is my short business presentation. It's about 20-25 minutes. It's just me in a flip chart explaining how the business works, very top line. And so, you know, you should all be in my team somewhere if you're on this call, but have a look and find a tool that works for you. Just try stuff out, see what works for you, see what you're comfortable with. And always remember, right, it's all right to not get it right at the beginning. It's all right to make a mistake. It's all right to not know the answers. If you don't know, just say to someone, I don't know, but I'll find out for you. I get asked stuff all the time, like, why has it not got goji berries in? I've got no idea. All I know is I take it and I feel fantastic. And if you take it, you'll feel fantastic too. Oh yeah, but you know, I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I joined the business and it's changed our lives. And if you join the business and do what you need to do, it could have the same, you know, there's the opportunity that it could be the same for you. So just be honest with people. If you don't know, say you don't know and you'll find out. But that's kind of, and you can do the same with the product. There's a short product video as well called the Juice Plus Experience. If they want more information about the product, I just send them the Juice Plus Experience and find out what results they're looking for. Hopefully that helps, guys. I'll put all the stuff I've covered, I'll put in Elite Academy, and you can kind of find the links and stuff. Can you get it in main bookshops? I'm just going to answer these questions now before we finish the call. It's quite late. I don't know is the honest answer to that. So I would just get it off Amazon probably. Free on YouTube. Hi Johnny. Don't know that about either, Michael. Which video do you send to new potential customers? Just covered that. So hopefully I bought Go for No. Just makes Go for No, by the way, the book I read in like, I think 15 minutes. It's really short, but it's really good. You can't sell Juice Plus in a store. It isn't. If you get asked that, right, it's a question some people ask. Why, if it was that good, it would be in the supermarket. It would be in Holland and Barrett or whatever. It's such a ridiculous question, but I kind of understand why people think that. But all you've got, so the company, instead of investing in advertising, instead of spending money, if you know anything about supermarkets, people pay the supermarket to have their products on the shelf, and it gets lost. So our product is referral. If you think about the way that you shop, right? So if you buy a product or a service, if you move to a new town, right, and you wanted to get your nails done or go for a haircut, the chances are that you will ask somebody where they get their nails done or where they get their haircut, and you'll go somewhere where somebody's recommended. That's how we purchase products now. That's how we purchase services now. Like, who's got a good electricity contract? What nursery does your child go to? What's it like? What film have you seen recently? Where have you gone on holiday? You see it on Facebook all the time. Looking to book a holiday, can anybody recommend anywhere? Right, so the company doesn't pay for TV advertising, doesn't put a product on the shelf, because a product on the shelf doesn't tell you anything about the product, anything about how to use it, anything about the people who've used it, anything about the results that those people have had. This is it's a referral business. You recommend the product to people, you recommend the business to people, and if they choose to get involved, great. If they don't, that's fine too. But your job is to recommend the product to people. Your job is to share your story as much as you can with as many people as you can, so that they can make an informed decision about whether they want to get involved or not. And the company spends their money on the research. So the product, if you don't know, is the most nutritious, for a nutritional product, it's the most researched product on the market. We've got over 30 peer-reviewed gold standard studies published that you can go, there's a link to them all on your website. If that floats your boat and you're a scientist, go and have a look. If you're not, just know that they're there. I don't understand them, but I know that they're there. So that's what they spend the money on, and the rest of the money they spend on paying the distributors. So they pay you for recommending the product. So you join the business and you bring in 5 customers, and the company says, thank you very much, and pays you. In fact, I'm going to draw it out if you've got time, because it might make a little bit more sense. Right, this is the last thing I'm going to do, guys, and then you can log off. Right, but understand this is how you get paid, okay? Here's you. And here's the company. Can you see that? Yeah? No? Wait a minute. Can you see it? Everyone put the thumbs up on it. Emma Belmont, I can see you. Can you see that? Yes, perfect. Right, so here's you. Here's the company. Right, you bring in, share the product with 5 friends. you know, your best mate, your husband, someone you work with, 2 other people, right? And the company pays you for that. Thank you very much for introducing this product to 5 new people, right? That makes sense? Very simple. Now let's say one of these people loves the product like you do and is naturally recommending it to their friends and family, right? And they decide to join the business with you, right? So this is Billy. Billy gets his 5 customers, maybe more, right? The company pays Billy for those 5 customers, and the company pays you as well, because you introduced Billy to the business in the first place, and without you, those 5 people wouldn't have discovered Juice Plus. Okay? Make sense so far? Yeah, good. Right, here's you again. One of Billy's customers. Remember, all at the same time, you're still bringing in new customers yourself up here. Some of whom will join the business, some of whom will just be happy customers forever if you look after them. Right? So all of this time, this is building over here as well. In the meantime, Billy has a customer who loves the product like Billy does. He decides to join the business. He's called Colin. Colin brings in 5 of his friends to buy Juice Plus and take the product. Right? The company pays Colin for those customers. The company pays Bill because Bill introduced Colin, and without Colin, those 5 customers wouldn't have bought the product. And the company pays you because you introduced Bill in the first place, and without you, Colin wouldn't have been introduced, and those 5 people wouldn't have bought the product. You still with me? And that just goes on, right? Colin introduces Dave. This is a very male leg, I don't know why. Right? Colin introduces Dave. Dave has his customers, company pays Dave, company pays Colin, company pays Bill, company pays you for Dave's customers. Because without Bill introducing Colin, who introduced Dave, which all came from you, those people would never have bought the product. Right? And then so on, and then eventually Emmett joins. And remember, all this time, you are still bringing in your own customers all the time, and so is Bill, so is Colin, and so is Dave, and Emmett, and so on, and so on, and so on. Your responsibility is to look after these customers. Did they get the product? Do they know how to use it? Are they happy with it? They've got another box coming. Do they want to use? Do they want it? Right? If you look after your customer base, the chances are one of 2 things will happen. They'll either become a distributor because they love the product so much, which is exactly what I did, and probably some of you did, or they'll refer you to their friends who also want the benefits that they've had. So all you've got to do is look after the customers. But the company will pay you rather than pay to put it on. This does not happen in Tesco, right? This doesn't, they don't pay, the company, if you put it on a shelf in a supermarket, then nobody will get paid apart from the company. They cut out the middleman, that's it, right? You are word of mouth marketing. Does that make sense? And you basically, there's more complicated versions of it than that, but that's the gist of how people make money in the business. Introduce your friends, make a friend, meet their friends, introduce them. If you do that consistently over time, you'll build a huge organization all over the world, right? You can build this business all over the world in your own time from your mobile phone. It fits around you. It's designed for busy people. It's not complicated. It's not expensive. It's very simple. And everything you have, everything you need is provided for you by the company. The only thing you need is what's in here. Some confidence, standing tall, putting your shoulders back, being aware that we're helping people to get healthy. You've joined a business that helps people to get healthy. You've joined a business that helps people to earn an additional income that makes their lives better, makes their lives simpler. So be really proud of what you're part of. It's the best organisation I've come across in almost 40 years. The company, it's called the company, we call ourselves the company with a heart. And the reason for that is because, you know, the corporate staff all take the product, love the product, and they are, like, I can tell you from my own experience, I've never been as felt as valued in an industry as I do working for the Juice Plus company or working with the Juice Plus company. You don't even work for them, you work with them. I feel valued, I get rewarded, not just financially, but emotionally for the effort that I put in. You know, you'll get recognition when you hit a promotion, but you'll also get recognition along the way. You'll get phone calls from the office supporting you. You've got your upline support, you've got my support, wherever you are in my business. Some of you guys will have come through this process and you'll be right down at the bottom, like, you know, this is me starting 3 years ago, but you know, I've got people 16, 17, 18, 19 levels down in my business, and that will be some of you. But it doesn't matter to me whether you're 2 levels down or 19 levels down. Everybody counts and everybody matters, but you have got to do what it takes to get involved. So ask the questions, speak to your upline, get on all the Zoom calls, read the stuff that you need to read, but most of all, and I'm going to leave you this one, have fun, right? You've got to be enjoying yourself. You've got to have a smile on your face. It's fun. We have a great time. We travel the world if we want to. We have loads of fun, and you'll be surrounded by positive, happy people. I wish you the very, very best of luck on your Juice Plus journey. Thank you very much for joining on the call. I'd love to get your feedback. This is being recorded, so as long as I don't make a mess of downloading it, I will put it on the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to watch it back if you want to. But I appreciate and value all your time, and I hope you've found some hints and tips that you can use and share with other people. And I bid you all good night. I'm going to unmute you so you can say bye. Hold on. It'll be very noisy, very steady. Right, you can say bye now. Bye now.
Bye.
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 Oh, everyone sounds tired. Aaron, what time is it where you are, Aaron? Is it like mid-afternoon?
5:45.
Is it Aaron or Aaron?
Aaron.
Aaron, because it can be over here. It can be either. It's 5:45, so you're just getting started with your evening, then I'm on my way to bed.
Yep.
Cool. Hopefully you found it. You know where I am if you need anything anyway. I'm actually I did add you to an American group. Did you see that? I'll try and find it for you, but there's my upline has got a team over in America, so he said I could add you to his group. I think it's called GSE or something like that. Global.
Okay, I saw that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're going to do Zoom calls and stuff that are more on your time, so you can tap your team into and stuff there as well.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, guys. Nice to see you. Have a good evening or afternoon or whatever. Bye.
Bye.